And speaking of things that are outrageous, let me tell you about China's new technology that promises to make fighter jets invisible, silent, and more deadly. You heard that right.
我命令全军各级要强化练兵备战鲜明导向。
China's aspiration to ascend as a global power hinges on challenging the United States and NATO across all military domains. Naval aviation plays a pivotal role in this endeavor, as it not only serves practical purposes, but also symbolizes the ability to project military might far beyond national borders. Vertical takeoff and landing, VTO, or short takeoff and vertical landing, STOVL aircraft, would significantly enhance the Chinese Navy's capabilities. In recent years, China has invested substantial resources into developing its naval forces, exemplified by the commissioning of its first domestically built aircraft carrier and plans for several more. China aims to introduce Type 004 nuclear-powered carriers and the Shenyang FC-31 fifth-generation carrier-based fighter jets, which could rival US Gerald R Ford-class supercarriers armed with Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II aircraft. However, China's notable deficiency lies in the realm of VTO or STOVL planes, commonly referred to as jump jets. These aircraft, capable of operating from small ships or islands with limited runway space, are exceedingly rare and challenging to develop. While numerous countries have pursued VTO-capable fighter jet programs, only a handful have succeeded. The Hawker Harrier family, utilized by various armed forces since the late 1960s, and the F-35b represent successful implementations of this technology. Both aircraft combine the firepower, speed, and range of conventional fighter jets with the versatility of helicopters, enabling operations from amphibious assault ships and even modified cargo vessels. China's interest in VTO jets traces back to the late 1960s, with early proposals emerging from the Shenyang Aircraft Design Institute. Limited information exists about these proposals, including one based on the Shenyang J6, a Chinese variant of the MiG-19, which featured 4 lift fans mounted at the front and back of the aircraft. Despite the project's audacious concept, its operational viability remains uncertain. The desire for Western equipment in China's modernization efforts led to negotiations with Great Britain in the 1970s to procure up to 200 Harrier jets, although the outcome of these talks varied. During the era of the Cold War, both the United States and the USSR sought to dissuade the UK from proceeding with the sale of Harrier jets to China. This was driven by their perception of China's acquisition of such capability as a threat, especially in light of potential implications for Taiwan and border regions following Sino-Soviet tensions in 1969. Ultimately, discussions faltered due to various political considerations. In the 1980s, China shifted away from the notion of procuring arms from Western sources and turned toward developing its own fighter jet capabilities domestically. By the 2000s, China had established a thriving military aircraft industry, evident in its successful development and deployment of domestic airplanes and helicopters. By 2009, China had obtained, tested, and reverse-engineered a prototype of the Sukhoi Su-33 carrier-based fighter jet, leading to the creation of the Shenyang J-15, now operational on Chinese aircraft carriers. Unbeknownst to many in the West, China had been quietly developing fifth-generation fighter jets. The unveiling of the Chengdu J-20 in 2010, followed by the Shenyang FC-31 2 years later, signaled China's burgeoning prowess in fighter jet manufacturing. Around the same time, rumors began circulating among Chinese bloggers regarding the development of a Chinese jet with vertical takeoff and landing, VTO, capabilities, with the rumored name GNGJ-18 surfacing in April 2011. However, official confirmation and concrete details remained elusive. The speculation resurfaced in 2013 with rumors of the GNJ-19, purportedly a VTO version of the J-20 or a similar heavy fighter. The speculation might have stemmed from misconceptions surrounding existing Chinese fighter jets. In 2019, China's lack of VTO aircraft came under scrutiny, particularly as multiple NATO countries possess such capabilities, and Japan was modifying its Isumo-class helicopter destroyers to accommodate the F-35b. Taiwan's ambitions to acquire the F-35 underscored the strategic significance of VTO technology. China's acquisition of technology from Russia, notably from the Yak-141V fighter, suggested the potential for developing its own VTO version of the J-20. This technology transfer included the R-79-300 engine, featuring vector thrust turbofan capabilities with significant potential for enhancing China's naval capabilities. The prospect of China developing AVST, advanced vertical and/or short takeoff and landing, aircraft hinted at its clear intention to incorporate such capabilities into its future military operations. Now, if you like this video, check out this next video right here.